the screen timing is very important. So there's a lot of misinformation is going on as well. There's a lot of wrong things happening. So because the children, they don't know about so many things, they just watch it and believe it. After this deep fake and AI technology, we can see a lot of content is coming over there which actually misleads, and that's becoming a challenge for the social media as well, how to remove that. We are users, we don't know the effects and how to use it effectively. We have to actually a proper social media education, like, so we have to add that as well, so the people should know what that is, how the content affects on our intent, how to use it properly and how to use it like in a positive way and to get the more benefits from it, not distracting ourselves but to be gaining the benefits from it.
Hi everyone, welcome to Pete Beans. I hope you people feeling very happy and very healthy. And today we know how we live in this digital world and how we scroll to the social media. And if we think somewhat deeply, so we have to know who is this operating it, who is controlling it, and how does it really works. And today I'm here with Dr. Memon. He's a guide in a complex space where technology meets a human behavior, and he just spent his 20 years of his life in not only in knowing about the security, but also uh, how humans are behaving, how humans are built, and how they are like thinking about everyone around the world. So let's get into the Dr. Limon and have some conversation about the world, what's going around here and around the world. And hi, Limon, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Yeah, so I just want to know, we all live in this world today in online and in a lot of social media like banking sectors and like extremely the childhood. Do people truly know understand how they are like, how exposed this all the content is? Do you know what's your perspective?
In my perspective, like if I get like last 10-15 years, so I would say the majority started to get with the social media. But now, like in recent years, we can see there's no restrictions. So it's like very like child, you were like 3 year, 4 year. They started to use YouTube. They start to watch, the cartoons, education. They start to play the games. So it's like now here people are in this time they engage with the social media. So we adopted it very, like a man, every day the life. It's not like feeling we are in something different, something new thing. So it's become now part of our life. We accepted it. But the question is rising. That's which I experience. That's still the people don't know how to use that and how effectively use it, or how to carefully use it. So the most important thing is now people should be understand that what this social media is. They are users, they are using it, they are enjoying it, they are getting a lot of benefits from. So the social media awareness is become very important. And if we see that, like after COVID, it become mandatory. So the everyone, like I don't say in a family member, everyone is using social media for the age part to so, the people as well. But is not everyone is technological aware. So as every day we are now connected and we are using so many applications, which helping us to connect with our ears, and also they help us to be making, running with several businesses and making our everyday tasks simple, and also helping us to the learning so many things because so many platforms are available. So if you want to learn, it's become very easier. We even don't need to go to some school university. We can have as a great opportunity. But again, how we use it effectively, efficiently, that's what we got. In the same way, we use social networks like Facebook. So we post so many things and we share our friends. A lot of business are running through the Coinsburg you WhatsApp. Even not in developed countries, but in the developed nations, they are eat this activity to get lot of business by especially in the third world countries. So that's very good platforms perspective. But again, when we use them intensely, because we are providing them all information about us, about patients, about fire bank accounts, it's our data price, where we are accounts, what are we able to. So that create important thing that lot of data is available there, which can misuse, which can be used in the other way. So, so that everyone nowadays need to get awareness what to put on social media, what to access, what to share, how to how to use it properly. That's going to be it. And it should be sub popular usage.
You really think that people have no clue on their mind how this disconnect is? Do you think you ever see any concept of like anything? Have you thought about it?
Like observed some behaviors, especially in the child's kids. One of experience I realized, which was the extensive use of my TikTok, where there's a lot of clips popular. So many clips about. I saw the exact behavior the child who adopted. When you first meet with her, she's normal. It's like it was fairy tales. But all of a sudden, I saw she started to show me so many things. I danced right there. I talked. So I said, oh, gosh. She was like perfect doing this. I said, how you learned that? From TikTok. So I thought now, slowly, gradually, she learned that, you know. But if we use it effectively, so she can learn some more things from that. How quickly she learned that is she had to touch to search, but she did other still she catch. But now the important is if the parents knows, so they can guide that what to watch, and which contents the child has to be a user, which can be develop so many skills. It can be like to knowing about good and bad things as well, and it can help to develop the personalities, which I have them to understand. These all new uh, sides of technology. So when they will grow up, they will have a idea that what is good, what is bad. So like we have so many cases like even the adults that become the victim of cyber attack as well. They need fraudulent things. Somebody send them links to click and you get £100 voucher. So many emails from the banks that somebody sending money to accounts share. So it's like social indirect things. But the many people they become victims. We call it the phishing. Cybersecurity. So from the beginning, if we start to tracking our generation about these all things through this media, so there will be like users which can have like knowledge as well how to use the technology, and they will have a same reflect in their behaviors as well, which I think is going to be important because the content they are watching, they are adopting as well. So in the one way, it's okay if they are maybe some CD skills, other skills. But if I say if they saw something, and that's within their mind, so there's a question for me or you would TV.
Okay. What would be your advice on a social behavior to talk on their kids' brain? What you will be saying to the parents and teachers?
Yeah, I would say the first more important thing is they have to understand as I at the beginning I said, because we are users, we don't know the effects and how to use it effectively. So they need like awareness, social media awareness, especially the parents and also the teachers as well. And they have to the prioritize say at a certain age, up to certain age, the parents must monitor their children. They should have access, so they should know what content they are watching, what they are sharing, and how long they spend their time. So the screen time is very important, and how their behavior is changing is that. So they have to observe that. It's like saying you are upbringing a child. So we have to upbringing our generation on social media like that. So the second is the about the teachers as well, because they have to monitor the kids as well while they are at school. So they have to monitor that if they are like that, they're buy it for pop-ups, cat videos and things. So we have the content, so we can see the ads pop-ups and so many things pop up there. So they have to check that maybe something they are clicking, something cheats that attracted, so just click on there. So the teachers also need to know that how they are using that social media, and also to check their behavior. Maybe their behavior is changing, so they have to look at that as well. So because that has an influence on the parents, which is already poor. So what you watch, what you on social media. So there's a lot of misinformation is going on as well. There's a lot of wrong things happening. So because the children, they don't know about so many things, they just watch it and believe it. They have a like a values, they believe, and see what is everything okay. But what the content they are watching, they believe it, and they build their own world. So is that perspective, the parents and teachers, the both requires that the awareness, and then they have a certain framework where they have to, take the responsibility and to get their children's, at like when they become mature, then it will be easier for that to decide themselves. But at a late age, the parents and teachers can. So the technologically, there can be like the tools where the teachers can, the monitor as well. We have some like technologies, AI technologies, which automatically analyze here the child is watching so they can see us. But it's still, I say the personal involvement is very important to see the content is right or wrong, or the content is appropriate for this age or not. And also there's social media platforms are open, but I don't know any social media platforms say we are safe for the child. Is there any kind of certificate they got? Okay. Yeah. So it's like for every age they design to apply that. So yeah, so these social media platform, because some of them they started like YouTube Kids, some of the platforms are there. But isn't there's a need of to work out and see how it become like a safe place for the children. It's not just help them to learn and grow proper, as a nice human being, and also they help them to actually. Yeah, so the children need to be like mature enough, excited that can decide that what we watch, what we control their behaviors as well.
How one who are like Arda say, they are even not working the way how they want to live. They're not living the way how they want to live. That should be someone's life with legs, right? They are choosing over something which what is paid, manually what is paid, generally what is paid. Everyone shows in social media. I they want to be like that. So these people are like very distractful in a way like so they're doing more every application what is the social media like Instagram, Snapchat or TikTok and they're like if he got that many likes, she got that many likes, she was doing win this. So they wanted to be like that. So this going to be like damage their life after 30 minutes. I think so. So they need to be like aware of these things right now before 25 or 24. So they need to know the life. If we go in this path, it will be destroyed. We will be destroyed. So if we go in a good path, so we will be in a good path anyways in life. So the point is like, what's your perspective on like 22, 30 age yes people, how they are like, not like underage children, even though they know everything, but they're actually using, they're actually acting like a dumb. They want to be like dumb in this world. Why they're acting like this? They can be even like so good and not in this world to stay and like getting motivated from a lot of people. We have a lot of people to get motivated and to get inspiration. It's fine to be a bad person before 21 or 22, but when we don't know actually, even though after we know, we never be like that. In my perspective, what is your perspective? Is that like?
As I said, uh, we uh, we are in an age where we cannot deny to use these, the platform, social media platform. But the problem is the guideline how to use them, because when we watch someone is doing one activity, take a camera, like for example, someone is doing food, log a chat dot, okay, so many things. So we all of a sudden say this is a good. I have to do that because without any thinking, I say okay because he got so many likes and people are watching that, so we just accept. But the problem I have to think about, if I want to go in that business, so what is my interest and what I can, uh, what content I should create, which I at least have a. So we have to understand the nature of content as well. Either it is a good or it is a bad. It's we have to think about society perspective as well. But now I can see this is just a content. There's no boundaries of that content, so we can see so many things. Where even now I observe they call it like you are like an influencer. So whatever you do, so there's no any thing in it. We say it's a good or bad. This is just a influencer. So many influencers I have experience, and every day are fighting to sustain. They have to put something because they are now in that business. So and others they are like followers. They want to follow. And somehow maybe they got the inspiration probably they want to use you last day. Or maybe they are not success because they are. So it creating like a competition and things. So we have to understand how this operates, how this works, and up to what level we have to consume it. And that's happening because if we are consuming more that content, definitely you would go to the direction that's how these things work. But if we have a controlled usage, we have to what we are watching, what we are deciding. Okay, I want to police this type of content because, for example, someone is creating that content. It's not exactly I have to use that. So basically, we need again, as I said, we need a proper kind of trainings, awareness. So we have to design something to if someone who's interested. I think many of now are interested because it's become very easier. So everyone want to put something on social media. Well, they see my friends are putting there, so I should put there as well. If somebody is in restaurant, yeah, or doing there, so I should put there. It's like competition. So yeah, we have to create. Is it necessary? Uh, if I put something else, maybe it's better than with more like it. But we are following the trends, which is psychological. These things work. So we follow the trends. What's going on trends? So you see the many trends, and we have it. Then you see we see these trends. But again, the awareness. We have to actually a proper social media education. Like so, we have to add that as well. So the people should know what that is, how the content affects on our content, how to use it properly, and how to use it like a positive way and to get the more benefits from it, not distracting ourselves, but to be getting the from it, more aware about the things. Because such as I say, I use social media, but I got a one benefit because like on Facebook, I like the pages, which is my favorite things which I like. So I got a very good content. So I'm very updated about the what I like. For example, I like traveling, I like photography, I like something, technology news. So I like that. So it's going to be very easy for me to try, gain the knowledge very quickly just to actually scoring. I see so many things here. So if you trained in aware, you can get really a benefit which can have a lot of impact on your personal life as well and your professional life as well.
I got of the mount where Jello. I've seen not Jello's in my experience. The regional voice that has set and speaker classification based on machine learning. Okay, fine. Yeah, you said on the day.
Yeah, you want to talk about it or you want to have other questions I found it's about behavioral biometrics?
Yeah, I just want to ask.
Okay,
Like next.
okay. But this one about the machine learning,
Yeah.
about the human like detection, the speaker recognition.
Yeah. Earlier you said that you have your
Yeah,
this you made it that
yeah. Basically, we had one project because we have a regional languages in Pakistan. So one of the regional languages is Pashto, which is a language not just in Pakistan, but it is in Afghanistan and other African countries as well. So it's a large population lives, in different areas of Pakistan as well. They speak Pashtun as well, Afghanistan. So the problem is that we know that when the language is speaking in different regions, different accent.
Yeah, exactly.
So, for example, if somebody is speaking Pashto, not necessary he is from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is one region. He may be not from the Afghanistan. So by using these, the techniques which we call the artificial intelligence and machine learning, so we can detect the from their accents. So we can detect that
From the ICI police.
where are actually from.
Yeah.
So it can help us to identify, not generalize the things, but to identify. Okay, this is speaker, they speak that language, but it's not so that region basically. So it can help us to do, so many things for for the various related activities. So it's for even for use can be used for the identifications as well. So, for example, if I'm speaking one language which is not my native, from my accent, it can be identified from or where it is actually a person. You're not speaking this language.
Where actually the Assamese or like where is that BGF is called from?
He's basically from the region, not exactly, but we can have a like not exact, but we say this person belongs to that region.
Okay, there goes.
Yeah, it's not like we say, for example, this person is from India, this person is from Iran, from from Spain, but we can say, okay, this is from that region of Spain, for example, it's from this region of south of India, north of India. So it can identify when he's speaking, so can identify.
Actually, this topic excites me more. Like I was surprised by looking over this. How really people can like catch where is coming from that? Where this voice is coming from? There's no one still now. I have seen a lot of things around the uh like in research, but I never saw this type of things. Who's give a voice recognition like a
Yeah, it's like to identify from the voice because voice is unique. One thing, we call it a behavior. So, like a human being has biometrics. Normally, they are using for to identify a person. So they can be physiological biometrics. They can be behavior tag. So the behavior is the voice is one of the behavior. So which is human for everyone. Not like we mimic the sound and say speaking like that. No, but naturally, if we process the signal, we can see the variation. That's the sound that speaker is speaking recognition, speech recognition. I mean, is a basically the science which will basically identify uniqueness. That uniqueness would help to identify the person who is that speaker. Okay, and then from that further, you can identify in some other, the features as well. So the speech is one of the speaking, the sound, that's unique. So that can be helped to identify a person. But as a human being, we identify a person from the sound base where honest we recognize. But if the system is trained as well, they can recognize the variations. Even they affect with, like if you throw crop now with might get some issue, it changes. But we look at the biometrics perspective, those the features remain same, the question. So then we'll identify it through using this biometrics technology or some person.
Then what we say if like behavior by biometrics, people think like it's offer up like statistical relation. But a lot when we say them, they'll reply me like they'll reply like, oh really? It's going to like behave like that? Because our behavior is going to be like in addition to like uh main character in the because like in a biometrics. So but people actually don't know it's going to be happen how human acts in that biometrics behavior of biometrics. What's your perspective in this like on behavior of biometrics and how how you would be what's your advice will be to the people about the behavior of biometrics?
Because most of the people, they are very familiar with fingerprint, iris scan, face recognition. They are integrated now in mobile phones as well. People accept it for the securing their phones. You have to gain the access on the different places. So we have these non-contact cards as well, RFID. But in biometrics, we have these, especially the human characteristics which are natural available. But when you say about the behavior, like for example, you are typing messages on your phone, so the typing pattern is different. Your typing pattern is different from the other, which is a very so that's a behavior. And if we say like you are using your mouse on your computer, so the pattern you are using the mouse is different from the person. That yeah, like clicking, the narrating, and how you are scrolling. So that's unique. Yeah.
It can be called as the behavior.
Yes. It can detect who is using the mouse. For example, if I train the system that only I can use this mouse and I can scroll click. So if someone start to use it and my system is trained to identify that this is not the right person. It's not using, he's not my own. Okay. And the same way, like your walking pattern, we say the gait recognition. Why you walk, you are unique there. So it's a really cool as well.
Really?
Yes. So while you walk, this is called the gait recognition. So they're using it for
What is the use of
it's like in a crowd, so you can identify the people from their walking patterns, who is walking here. Those face most face yeah, not it nose power, but while you walk, as you walk, you can identify from their walk pattern. That's called the gait recognition. So in the like in groups, in crowds, you can. So for security reasons, the purpose is on the long term, yeah, using technology. So these are various behaviors. So we can these stuff. You will like on your cell phone, touch screen. When you are exploring, sweating, you are scrolling, you are deep. So the touch screen behavior is also easy for it. Yeah.
it's different, but
Yeah, it's different for it.
can recognize.
It can be recognized. It can be recognized. We can design something like a mobile when someone might use my cell phone. So the my cell phone will send an alert that, it can be like locked. Someone else is using to, see it. So it is not my own behavior. So yeah. So it's very interesting to, to record the behavior and use it for recognition.
I really curious to know about this point a lot. Approximately, it's approx. Who is responsible for spreading the content? The toxic content or spreading like or what? Whatever the content. Who is really on the social media mainly? Who is the responsible for this? Like, is it a user or like a platform or like there are another any authorities beyond your working? What is like?
I think it's both the social media platform. They use certain algorithms. So while you are accessing information or social media, so they so I what do you like, what you don't like. So the information comes up. And in the same way, it's the users as well. So what kind of information they are showing. Sometimes we saw a lot of misinformation through the images. Sometimes it's but like a defect videos as well sharing on social media. So it's basically from the both sides. So either there should be need of to monitor, like I said, like a horse perceive better, not just monitoring based on the algorithm. So that like nowadays algorithms work, which they just they find some content which is inappropriate, they just remove it or they put the warning on that before it play. So the algorithms they work, but so there needs to be the personal environment to remove that should be not visible for users as well. And same with the users also is the same because they have access so they can upload the cache. So after this deep fake and this AI technology, it become now we can see a lot of content is coming over there, which actually misleads. Yeah, and that's becoming a challenge for the social media as well. How to remove that? Either it is useful or not. Yeah. So yeah.
If the biometrics can recognize our faces and track our like every shape, why can't it like recognize 10 year old children pretending to be like 18?
Okay, the age.
The age.
I think it's need of research. So it might be possible to detect the age from the videos. Okay, so how the older person is, how the age of the person is, and I think which is also I think is important while you using the social media. So that platform can identify the age from some parameters because nowadays the making after on social media you can add something down not actual, so it will allow your people in plus you can appear. But for example, if we will have a certain mechanism which identify the age, there can be the many possibilities. I think should matriarchs already that verify is at age can identify from your face. So yeah, it could be more research, need more research to identify the age through the face, through the eyes maybe. Yeah. So the many things are possible. Yes. But even for I say it's need so much research is normal. Even as a human, we if we look at someone, we cannot predict the age. Yeah, we cannot predict because sometimes the people will look younger than the age. Yeah, you can say roughly. You can say roughly, not exactly. So the algorithm should be trained up to roughly calculate, not exactly. Yeah. So that's a big challenge, I would say.
But not easy now that technology is so high, right? Yeah. They are like covering everything the world, what's going on or what you have to do in future. I have seen one of the like so before 2 days, it's like a Black Mirror movie. One of my friends showed me, and they were like insane. They like they like I don't know whether it's a scripted or like it's going to be happen maybe in the future, but they like released a specific part of the technology, what's going on uh, now and in the future. So they are like they wants to listen the sound. So is there any book that you have read in the past 2 days, and what's the impact of that book? How does it change your entire perspective in your life?
Yeah, I read the Fire Red Killer by Open Sharma, and actually you talk about how to start your day. As you focus on to start your day by bed, and then what to do next, and how to efficiently use your time in the morning, because at that time you can plan the more progress, more productive, and he actually gave a very good routine to talk about how to manage important tasks and uh, which tasks you have to do at early morning, which tasks you retro. So you give a very good idea about how to plan your day if you want to make it effective. You know? Is a working day or your everyday life. So I really inspired. Well, it was a story it was telling about, but he said so many things in conclusion. I thought it's like very good for the in the time where we are living. The most of people there and now become the night owls. So they're spending the most of the night on the social media that things supposed to be played and wake up in early morning. So they have to run for the job and, for the work. They miss their, train sometime, bus sometime. And then while they are on their, the work environment, they don't feel, fresh. They don't feel like, I'm okay. So yeah, so this book actually, everyone has to be come in, right? It help them to set their everyday pattern, and which will really have a good impact on the health and your perspective of life. It definitely.
Think? So I can spread. He can spread if we start as easy as play entertainment.
Wisdom cannot be like easier as entertainment. It takes time to you have to benefit your learning from the experiences by adopting these. Cannot just by reading or watching you can get understood. So what we watch, what we say is information we can get. But while you say the knowledge you have to develop, that's different. In the same way, it's grown in the time with experience. So that's different from.
So we cannot like easily get into the entertainment.
We cannot say easily, but we gone through the process. We cannot. I should be like yeah or not. Not yes. Yeah. It says with the time, it comes with the time, with the adapting habits. Yeah. But it's not like a 1 hour movie you should watch and total stuff.
So how do you train your brain like to be in a constant way, to be in a mode, at a moment of how do you train your brain every day?
Like as I said, we have to be schedule our day proper before we sleep at the night. We should think about what we have to do tomorrow and how to start our day. Not like we just sleep and next day we wake up and we don't know how to start it. So before we have to plan it that what task I have to carry on tomorrow and how to start my day, what time I have to start my important task. So this is so very important. It will affect if you get used to yourself with that way. So I think you will be big change.
What's they are like medical products are like medical data leaks.
Yeah,
What do people like?
it's basically the after the COVID or most of the systems now are digital, even in the countries where there was so many digital databases by now. If they are having data sets and patient records after this COVID vaccination around the world. So I think almost every country are the data sets, and also the hospitals. They are now using these digital resources, so they are collecting the data, they analyze the data using artificial intelligence and IoT sensors as well. So in that case, because the personal information is very important, like your medical history, even the prescription record, everything is very important. So the security and privacy is a big challenge for the medical or your data. So yes, and a lot of work is going on to protect that data and even patients as well because the data tells you important about your health, of your physical condition and in psychological condition. So someone can get that data and misuse it as well. And also, we have to enter the financial information, credit card provision, debit card information with that as well. So that I still did not just get the data about the person, about his or her health, but also the financial information as well. Okay.
The passes financial evaluation at well check.
So what this could be like to be if you want to protect that financial. Yes. So there's a lot of breaches happen. Maybe you into sort of 70, it was one I try, it was on it somewhere is it's so it created it was basically it's a lot of patients TikTok is stolen by the hackers and they asked the money for that. It was a ransomware, so they just encrypt the whole data because the ransomware is what applied it but then we get certain when signed and the article put it so the system at that time wasn't ready to handle that. But now there's so many of the things which is cybersecurity we call this an awareness. So you talk about these ransomware attacks, but if you want to protect from these attacks, if your data is encrypted, so what you do, you have to keep a backup, you have to store your data, you have to store that, and in case of this incident, how to manage your data. But again, it's a big journey. Something happen. So not with the medical data, but I do is see that happen. You transport it to a house, but was last September. So the corner right somewhere Catsburg. So it's going to be a big challenge.
The social media became more like constructive or like distractive of the parenting.
It is both angles. It is like it helps us to connect very well. It helps us to run the businesses at
Actually, 95% of the children own smartphones by their age 12,
yeah.
and 84% they use it for connecting the people, and 99% they use it for passing the time. Yeah, passing the time. And 30% of the people are using just to learn the new things in this world. This 30%, that was like so intense. I was never thinking that it's going to be like happen like it's 99% of the people are like using the phones to pass the time.
Because the what I say, the awareness, the use, that's very important. So they should know. We have to let them know how to use it to get more bang. So if you want to pay your time, that how to clear your time best way, not like just to scrolling unnecessary or just uh, clicking on something to just watch it, not like because your time, so what to do. So if you focus that time as well, so you can get benefit from that, in a different way to getting some information, getting some, then you learn something with that. Maybe you gain some more information about it, and at that time you can use it effectively. So that's very important. And what I say, the one angle of social media, which I always get very positive, it helps us to the many communities, if I say in third world countries, they're using it for businesses. They're running so many businesses using this in the WhatsApp or Facebook. I know so many people use it effective because they don't have a website. They don't have a buy something service, to take a space on these Amazon or eBay, but they use these create social media pages, and they are, managing themselves by you. So they got the idea to do the business. Even some people who cannot go out from the home, they want to do the business from their homes as well. So that's social media makes that work as well. And as I said, to gaining the knowledge, it becomes very easy. So you have pages, if you like them, when you will get so much information with quick information, even if you are interested in getting the new ideas, so that all will pop up. It might you want to kind of some creative ideas you want to think about, so you can find that as well. So I would say these are the sides. But I say if the other side is like, the people are spending so much time on social media, screen times, So, and then they become tired, fatigued, you know. Sometimes they got, you know, the influence from those informations they were. So might be it makes them down, or it makes them, you know, think about negatively as well, and they might be start to feel sad, depressed as well. What's going on around the world as well. So yeah, so these are the some good and bad side of social media. So yeah, the awareness is important. So we have to discuss that. The limit of everything is important. Not all but 24 hours to speak on it, but if even it is if you are using it for business purposes, so you have to fix your time, not like 20 hours or 90 hours. So it should be the limit. It's a limited use per time.
This is start I give to me. And I know people look at this episode. I learned a lot of insights, lot of beautiful things, not inside, beautiful things from all around the world. All you spoke about. And I'm so thankful for having you in this podcast. Uh,
So thank you. Thank you for